Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly mind-bending concept from our source material that is absolutely going to change how you view everyday human error. We're looking at the razor-thin line, and I mean razor-thin, between a simple, everyday mistake and total, civilization-ending catastrophe. Okay, let's dive into this.
How close are we right at this very moment to the end of everything? It's a massive, heavy, existential question, I know. So I want you to take a slow, deep breath with me and just zoom out for a second. Think about the vast, sprawling scope of human history. Got it? Now, let's take all of that perspective and zoom all the way back in. We are zooming in on one specific room, on one seemingly completely normal day, back in 1979.
Section 1. The 1979 Doomsday Glitch.
Imagine a completely average morning in 1979 at NORAD headquarters. The coffee's brewing, operators are just calmly monitoring their radar screens. And then, suddenly, master alarms start screaming. The screens didn't just show one rogue blip, no, they showed thousands. Commanders stared in absolute horror, genuinely believing that thousands of Soviet nuclear missiles were currently arcing across the sky, heading straight for the US. The threat was deemed so credible that National Security Advisor Zbigniew Brzezinski was literally woken up in the middle of the night, getting ready to call the president to authorize a retaliatory strike. The apocalypse wasn't some abstract theory here. It was an active, terrifying countdown.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the truly terrifying contrast. You'd expect a threat of this massive magnitude to be a coordinated, civilization-ending Soviet strike, right? But the actual cause? A simple simulation tape. Yeah. Someone had accidentally loaded a training program into the live early warning network. A totally mundane, everyday typo literally almost triggered the end of the world.
Section 2. Deadly Human and Technical Errors.
Now, that 1979 incident was not an isolated anomaly. It's actually part of a much broader, persistent pattern. If we look at the data from our most complex societal machinery, we see these dark human rights failures as tragic examples of human and technical glitches in complex systems. At Date Correctional, systemic reporting failures allowed 160-degree shower temperatures to be ignored for years. And at Bagram Detention, innocent taxi drivers were held indefinitely simply because flawed intelligence was processed by an unthinking bureaucracy as absolute fact. These aren't just instances of isolated human malice. They are profound, systemic glitches in the very institutions we've built.
So the crucial point is that our most robust infrastructure rarely breaks from external pressure. Instead, it shatters from within. Whether it's a software tape placed in the wrong drive or administrative blindness in a security network, the underlying mechanism is identical. It's internal fragility. Systems literally break down from their own internal complexity.
Section 3. The Great Filter Theory.
Let's zoom out again, all right? From localized glitches to the cosmos itself. This brings us to the Great Filter Theory. This scientific framework takes these terrifying near misses we just talked about and reframes them. They aren't just bad luck, they are universal tests. The idea here is that every single time we accidentally load a doomsday tape or ignore a systemic failure, the universe is essentially testing our civilization's ability to manage its own complexity. It's wild to think about.
And this brilliantly illustrates the concept of a Type 1 civilization. This is the advanced status a civilization reaches only if it can successfully survive these massive systemic tests. If we blow ourselves up over a glitch or let our institutions collapse from administrative blindness, well, we simply never make it to that advanced stage. Our long-term survival in the universe literally depends on managing these everyday errors.
Section 4. Passing the Civilization Test.
So, bringing our focus right back to the present day. How do we deal with the systems we've built? We are constantly surrounded by incredibly complex, high-density environments. Think about it. Mass data hubs, nuclear command centers, sprawling security networks. In these spaces, a single human mistake or minor technical glitch is amplified astronomically. The sheer density creates a hyper-vulnerable pressure cooker, where a single tiny spark can become a systemic wildfire.
Let's move to and see how this builds a perilous sequential pathway for humanity. Step 1. We naturally build high-density systems as we advance. Step 2. Because we are fundamentally flawed, we inevitably trigger glitches within those systems. Step 3. We face these near-miss tests, like the 1979 incidents of our era. And finally, Step 4. Only if we navigate those near misses successfully do we actually achieve Type 1 status without destroying ourselves. It's practically a daily tightrope walk.
Which leaves us with one final, absolutely vital question. Are our modern, high-density systems currently passing or failing the Great Filter's test? Look at the everyday outages and institutional failures in the news. Are they just minor annoyances, or are they the early warning signs of a civilization struggling to pass the ultimate test? Think about that the next time a system glitches. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep questioning the systems around you, and I'll catch you in the next one.